Another day, another mall. We are here at the Ayala Mall, also known as Market Market, another popular mall here in the Philippines. We are in Manila. So we're gonna give you a walking tour of this mall and show you what this mall has to offer. So let's get started. So let's get this tour started. This is Alaya Mall's Market Market here in Manila, Philippines. You can see we have some security guards at the front. Thank you, Paul. So this mall is actually another pretty big mall here in Manila, Philippines. So we're in for a treat, another walking tour. Thank you guys for joining. Don't forget, we do these walking tour of malls, and if you want to know what the prices of groceries are here in the Philippines, we've got videos on that as well. So if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe or hit that like button. So we're now entering the main part of the mall. Wow. So this is my first time in this mall. Seems as if there's 4 floors. Now I just don't know how big it really is. Oh wow, there's actually, what is that, tennis? Pickleball. Look at that. They're playing pickleball in the middle of the mall. This is crazy. Well, this is a surprise. Wow. All right, this is another big mall that we're going to try to tackle today. So without further ado, let's get started. As you know, if you've seen our vlogs before, we start on one side of the mall and work our way over to the next side of the mall from floor to floor. So if this mall has 4 floors, 5 floors, we will go through every single floor and show you all the stores and everything the mall has to offer. So we're starting off here at the entrance, and we have Bench. I've seen this store before in other malls here in the Philippines. We've also filmed MOA, which is Mall of Asia, which I believe is the 5th biggest mall in the world. So if you haven't seen that video, the link will be in the description. You could take a look at that. Wow, look how massive this is. So I was under the impression that this mall was going to have knockoff brands, but I was totally wrong about that. Really awesome. Okay, it goes in this way. So I guess we'll go this way. We'll stay to the right and we'll work all the way till we can't go anymore, and then we'll swing back around on this floor, and this time we'll work the left side until we come back here to the middle, and then we'll make our way up. They do have a lot of sales. Wow, this mall is a maze. Wow. So I would just stick to the left side. No matter if it goes in other places, we'll come back out and swing and do the other side. Wow, this place is huge. And it doesn't look as huge as it does from the outside. It looks kind of small. Oh my gosh. Wow. So I'm trying to get a grasp of what type of floor this is. So we have some, we have computers here. We have a restaurant, Lunchan. And I think if we go this way, it goes to the North Terminal. So it's just where we started. So we're going to just continue and wrapping around. Ooh, oh, I thought this was an Apple store. So this is a Beyond the Box. I noticed they have this here throughout the Philippines. There was a really huge one inside the mall called, I can't bring the name of the mall, but there was actually one there. So this seems to be kind of like a floor that has cell phones and computers. You have a Sony kiosk here. So a lot of brand names, big box stores. One store I have not seen here, and I haven't even seen it in MOA, which is the biggest mall here in the Philippines, I did not see an Apple store. We've done walking tours in Bangkok, in about 4 or 5 different malls, and they do have Apple stores. So we're now at an exit. as we continue working out. Around here, you have Bread Talk. This is another popular store here in the Philippines. This is a Japanese restaurant. I love open kitchen where you can actually see the chef doing their thing and cooking the meals. Really cool. It's a really nice restaurant. In the center you have vendors, different types of vendors, kiosks. So I think that is the main entrance, not the main entrance, but the main walkway there. So we're just gonna go along this way. Super Kicks. This mall is definitely surprising. It's way bigger than I thought it was. I didn't think it was this big. I think Jag is a name brand of jeans. We just passed that. Oh, this is an Adidas store? Pretty large Adidas store. So it seems like you have a north terminal, you have a south terminal. You have cinemas in here. I'm just reading the sign up above. So now we're back on track to where we started before we cut in that area. And this is the front end of the Adidas store. We were just on the back end. And again, you don't have to worry about anything on that side of the mall because we are going to circle back around. We're going to make a 180 and come right back, except we're going to be on that opposite side of the walkway. I'm just going to show you stores on this side for now. So I think Jag is kind of like Levi's or that type of jeans because I've seen it everywhere here. Speaking of Lee's, so this is where I just cut out from. I was back in that area. Now we're back here in the main area, and actually, whoa, there's a night market out here. Holy moly. We're gonna probably have to do a night market here, a night market tour. Maybe I should just go out there right now and kind of walk through and see what they have, being that this is the entrance, but it's really dark out there, so I'm gonna need my light. So I'm just gonna circle and go across the hallway here, and we're gonna work the right side of the mall. This is the first floor, the main floor. And of course here's Jollibee. Jollibee is everywhere. As I mentioned before in other videos, Jollibee is equivalent to like Western's Kentucky Fried Chicken. I would say Popeyes, but they have a lot of Popeyes here as well. Continuing working the right side. Mercury Drugstore. This is another popular drugstore here in the Philippines. I'm trying not to get lost here because this mall does divide into different areas. The Penthouse. Women's apparel. And here you have Mediterranean Express. And we're at a exit entrance area. And you'll notice that every entrance and every exit will have an officer who will check your bags when you come in. And one thing I haven't gotten used to here in the Philippines, so you see these two doors, you have an entrance and then you have an exit. And you have to enter in the entrance and you have to exit through the exit. It's not like you can enter through the exit because they would stop and tell you to go around. How are you? So you have to use the appropriate door to come in. That happened to me a couple times. I'm so used to just walking in any door that's open. I didn't even realize it, and they stopped me and told me I have to go around. If you have any type of backpacks or any type of bags, they would kind of just go through it real quick. They'll just kind of poke their stick in it and tell you to go. So here you have Laza, that's Filipino barbecue. Oh, supermarket, Mary Mart. It's a smaller one though, it's an express. We're gonna be doing a price listing of things here in the supermarket. So we're gonna go through the supermarket and choose the most popular items that we would think someone would purchase on a daily or weekly basis, and we'll show you what the prices of those are. So if that interests you, make sure you subscribe to our channel because that video is coming. So I'm just gonna continue. We're making our way back around now to the area before we cut in by the pharmacy, and then I'll continue on the main strip and work our way to the front. Here's Pidi charcoal chicken. That looks delicious. And now we have made our way back to the main area of the mall, where we're now working on the right side of the mall before making our way to the front, where we would then take the escalator up or actually go to the other side of the mall because there's a left wing and a right wing. Look at that. It's a beautiful mall. But again, a lot of name brands that we're familiar with, some of them not. I noticed in this mall there are more brands that I'm not familiar with than in Mall of Asia. In Mall of Asia, pretty much 95% of the brands I saw, the stores, were name brand stores that I'm familiar with coming from the West. There's a lot of brands here I'm not familiar with or never heard of before. But I'm actually impressed that they have a pickleball court in the middle of the mall. But I see a truss in the ceiling, which means that they probably do concerts or some type of shows here as well, because it is a big open space. Okay, so we entered from over there. That's where the entrance is. And now we're gonna continue making our way around to the right-hand side. We're still on the first floor. Once again, if you're liking this type of content, let us know by giving us a thumbs up at the very least. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. If you like videos like this is what we do. We travel around the world and we create videos like this, as well as informative videos. So again, here is the entrance exit. So we're at the end here, and we're just going to turn around and continue on the right-hand side. Even though when you look at this mall, it does look just like a simple rectangle mall, it really isn't. It's very complex. Let's take a look at them doing some pickleball. And for those of you who are probably wondering, Devon is probably doing these tours now, because normally I do it with my wife Irina, and she's nowhere to be found. Well, she is, It's just that she's here. And she's working. Hi. So I've gone through the right side of the mall on the first floor, and I figured I'd come courtside. It looks like the game just finished. I just sat down to see them play a little bit, but the game looked like it just finished. So we're gonna continue on with the tour. I'll see you in a little bit. And we'll come back and get Irina when we close out this video. This is a Metro department store. Now, I don't know if this is a different department store. I think it is because there is a security guard there. Normally when there's a security guard, that means it's either entrance or exit or the beginning of something. So let's find the escalator to go up. Here's Krispy Kreme again. Krispy Kreme is very, very popular here in the Philippines. So I see the escalator to go up. We've been through this area already, so I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit and we're gonna make our way up the escalator and start tackling the second floor. So we are now approaching the second floor, and we'll use this escalator as a start and point. So now let's work the right side of the mall. We're just gonna pull in here. This is called Wellness Place. I'm sure there's not a lot of vendors here, so this says let's face it. So in this area here, you're going to find all the doctors and surgeons, I guess, that does facelifting. They do jaw, nose, and cheeks, facial contouring. So you see some before and after photos here. So this is their medical area, and there's just a couple more vendors down in that direction. All right, pretty cool. They do, I see they do Botox as well. So we'll continue. Trying to walk through everything this mall has to offer. Here's Jockey. Wow. I noticed there's a few vendors here, stores that are closed, but I think this might be the back end of the surgery department where we just were. Unless they're just vendors that just haven't bought out the space. This is also a very popular mall for locals here. I notice in the malls there's not a lot of tourists. I don't see anyone. I mean, maybe I just can't differentiate, but normally we go to malls and you can tell, you know, it's tourists. You see people from Europe, you see people from Asia and different things, and you could tell tourists kind of when you see them, and I haven't really seen that. So here's the other end of Wellness. If we would have continued down the hallway, we would have came out through here. Wow, they have a Hush Puppy store. I haven't seen Hush Puppies in years. This is a gaming area. Oh wow, look at these cakes. Really cool. So now we're working on the right side of the mall, on the second floor. There's some stores down here. There's optic stores. It's really cool, they're optic stores. What we realize is, and I got some more vendors down here. Oh wow, okay, let's stick to the right. We noticed that their optics places, they have this machine where basically you can just sit down and they take readings of your eyes, so you get to know the percentage of your vision and what type of glasses and the strength you need. And that's free. They literally just sit you down and they do it in seconds. In the States, that normally they will charge you for that. So that's pretty awesome. So here they have these, looks like vendors who just rent out these spaces here and just put their clothes for sale. But it says unit number 157, 158. So it's much cheaper stuff here than what the vendors are on the outside. Hello. And I'm here. Sure, you can bargain because they have Adidas t-shirts for 100. Hello, how are you?
What are you looking for?
Nothing, just kind of browsing. Thank you.
Fit?
No, thank you. I have. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, definitely in this area here. Wow, and it goes all the way down. And I don't want to get sidetracked because then I would have to come back to go through the rest of the mall. I'll just quick walk down here. And if anything, I will cut the video, I'll edit it, and we'll be back at the main entrance because I'm really far away from the entrance now. So basically what you're seeing here is, I would want to say knockoffs, because I see Chloe, I see Gucci, and here you can bargain, I'm sure. And the prices are much cheaper, which indicates that they are not authentic. So they give these people, the vendors, back here, they give them the space so that they could sell their goods at a much cheaper rate than the mall would sell it, or the actual authentic store would sell it. As you can see, it goes down that way as well. So this is almost like another part of the mall. I see shirts for 100 pesos, which is very inexpensive. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of stalls with different types of clothing. Here you see Hurley for 100 pesos, and of course Hurley is definitely not 100 pesos, that's for sure. So we're gonna circle around now. But it's cool that the mall actually has this. So here's another bunch of menus, I'm sorry. Here's another bunch of vendors. Again, really cool that this mall offers this type of option though, because normally malls don't have this. So we're gonna walk back around in a full circle and then we'll walk back into the main mall area. Hello. Here we have jerseys. I'm sure these are knockoffs. Yep, 3 for 1,000 pesos. 3 for 1,000 pesos. All right, so we're working our way back out to the main part of the mall. This is where we just left. As you can see, dogs with Pampers. That's the thing here. Many people bring their dogs to the malls, and the dogs have Pampers. It's really cool. I've never seen that before, but super cool. Look. Like, they'll have dogs in strollers. Like, look at that. She actually has 3 dogs in there. Oh, there's 2 dogs. Wow, the dogs are beautiful too. Okay, we're back on track. Again, another surprise this mall has in store. So again, if you wanted to do kind of like your bargain shopping with knockoff brands where you could get them at a super affordable cost, you can do that here at this mall too. That's initially what I thought this mall was all about. I thought the entire mall was just going to be bargain, knockoffs, but it is not. But they do have a section where you can get that type of stuff. So really cool. It's limited compared to the other mall that I walked through that everything there was knockoffs. So that was different. I was just here. This is the end of the vendors where we just were. And it's pretty empty back there. There's not a lot of people there. Most of the traffic flow is actually in the mall itself, in the main area of the mall. So we're making our way now on the right-hand side. I'll take a moment to show you something. So as you can see across there, you have the Metro department store. So I'm assuming that would be equivalent to when you have a mall in the West and there's a Macy's or J.C. Penney's inside the mall. Basically, the Macy's or the J.C. Penney's will take up all the floors in the mall, but they're designated and they're in one area. So that's what this is all about, the Metro department store. I noticed there's a cinema upstairs. We're gonna need to check that out. All right, let's continue. Here's Watson's. Of course, Watson's is everywhere. Another popular store here in the Philippines. We've seen it everywhere, actually even in Thailand, Southeast Asia. Oh, KFC. Filipinos love their fried chicken, that's for sure. And this is the end of this side here. Let's see what this store is. Another beauty store. Looks like they do hair in this area. This store is called Kenny Rogers. I don't think I've ever heard of a Kenny Rogers. Let me know if you've heard of Kenny Rogers where you're from. We have Boston Market, and it kind of looks like this, where it's like rotisserie chicken. But that's the closest I know of a store that's similar to this. Here's the Trust I was telling you about, where they do all the type of lighting. There's a lighting board here, so they definitely do concerts. This is the stage, so for sure they do concerts here. And there they go, playing pickleball. I wonder if anyone can play it, or if you have to register, or... interesting. Pickleball has become a craze. Here's Wendy's. I first encountered pickleball when we were on a cruise, and I saw the court, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a tennis court. It's too small to be a tennis court. Then I saw they were using a paddle, and I'm like, okay, it's not a tennis racket. I'm like, and the ball is bigger. So when you hit it, even when you hit it hard, it doesn't go as hard as if you're hitting a tennis ball. And I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. That's kind of strange. I was like, maybe it's like a advanced version of ping pong or something like that, or like table tennis where you're actually playing. But later on I found out that it was called pickleball, and I was like, never heard of pickleball before. So down this way, it's just a couple of restaurants that I could see, not much. This floor seems to have a lot of restaurants. which is kind of strange because normally restaurants are usually downstairs in like the ground level, like, or upstairs at the very top. But they just seem to have restaurants lined throughout. This is only the second floor. We're now making our way up to the third floor. I see the escalators up ahead, so we'll take the escalators and we're gonna go up. It looks like we have about 3 more floors. So now making our way up to the third floor. Here we are on the third. And one thing I noticed that straight away that's different from the malls here, from the malls in Thailand, in Bangkok, in Pattaya, is in Thailand, the malls, basically every floor has its, I would want to say, kind of like a category. So you'll have one floor that does all the wealth and, the wellness and health. So anything that deals with, making yourself look better and facials and Botox and all that stuff. And then you have another floor which is just electronics. So you'll have your cell phones, you'll have your laptops, computers, stuff like that. That will be an entire floor dedicated to that. Well, not really entire, but pretty much 90% of the floor will be electronics. Then you go to another floor and it would have something else. So whatever floor you're on, that's the floor you're coming to get what it is that you need when you come to the mall, if you're looking for something specific. So I always found that really cool when we did the mall tours. I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, you can really designate the floor for what you're looking for. Here, it's a little bit of everything. You have dental work here, and you have restaurants on this floor, as well as other vendors. So it's all mixed up. Wonder Bake. And again, we'll stay to the right. Massage? No, thank you. Oh, it's just approach for a massage. I haven't seen that. I wonder if she has a stall where she takes you for a massage. So again, this is another side area where it looks like you can get stuff bargain price. I could tell by the way the vendors are laid out.
Hi, sir.
Hello, how are you? No, thank you. Okay, so he asked for if I wanted a massage as well. So I guess the vendors must be somewhere around this area. So this looks like it's money exchange and banking, Western Union. So there's a Western Union here, MoneyGram, FedEx. So again, just like the floor below where you had vendors that has these little stalls and they could just basically bring their stuff in, and it's bargain stuff, it's knockoff stuff, it's cheap stuff. This is what this floor offers here on the third floor, but just not the same way. It seems like there's a church here as well. A couple more vendors in between here, but this floor is not really filled with vendors. There's still a lot of space, unless they're just not open. Here's a tailor. Hello. So there's a seamstress here, which is really cool. A watch repair shop. Wonder where that massage parlor is. Kind of like a little sketchy place to have a massage, but it's in the mall, so I guess it's fine. And here's your jewelry section. Oh, here it is. Well, this is a massage chair. These are massage chairs. Oh, there's a tattoo parlor here. Hello. There's a mini mart. And it loops around and then makes a left to go back into the main mall. So we're just gonna cut in here so we can go out to the main mall area. Here's a party store, novelty. I guess these are Philippine dresses. Really cool. All right, we're back into the main area of the mall where we're just gonna continue going around. If you've seen anything that's kind of different in this mall, let us know in the comments. If you've seen anything very interesting or something that you didn't even know would be in a mall here in the Philippines, leave it in the comments and let me know. Or if you see things that are familiar, let us know as well. Very interesting to see other people's perspectives. So a lot of times we come into these malls, expecting one thing and it to be something else. There's a store automatic. Looks like they sell TVs and refrigerator appliances. So if I would have continued going straight, this is where I would have came out of. That's the area we were just in. This store is called American Bazaar. The Mall of Asia was so huge that we literally had to take a couple days to film it. We couldn't film it in one day because there was just so much to cover. So again, you can check that video out if you're enjoying this one. That mall is way more interesting and has a lot of different things that we had no idea would be in a mall like that. But really, really awesome. I guess this is kind of like a Best Buy. A Benson, I think it's called. Again, let's take a wider look at what this mall looks like. There's our pickleball players. Oh, here's a massage parlor. An audio store. It's really cool. Office warehouse. Again, that's the dead end area, which only takes you to an escalator up or down. But we're taking the escalators in the center of the mall. Still currently on the 3rd floor. Oh, there's an Ace Hardware. Pretty cool. There's a kids' playground. In Mall of Asia, they have a massive a floor for just designated for children. There's an ice skating rink in there. It is really, really massive. Now we're taking the escalator up, making our way to the 4th floor. Again, if you guys are still with us, thank you so much for sticking along with us throughout this tour. Now this floor looks like it's designated for electronics. So there's Vivo, there's a sporting store, Bata Blitz. They sell PlayStation stuff here, Xbox, gaming. There's a Samsung store. Oppo. These people standing out here, I guess they try to solicit you to come into their store. Phone repair. How are you? Yeah, this floor is definitely for electronics. Hello. This is called break barriers. So here they have cell phone cases, accessories. They're waving. Filipinos are so friendly. They love the camera. Every time they see you walking around with your phone, filming, they want to wave, they want to say hi. Really cool. Here's Planet Sports. Here you have more accessories for the cell phone. Hi.
Video is not allowed, sir.
Huh?
Video is not allowed.
Did I?
Di po pwede yung video sa loob po.
I don't speak Filipino, sorry. I'm not allowed to film?
Not allowed here, sir.
Oh, video's not allowed. Oh, I didn't know. No one told me. Okay, I'm back down here with Irina by the pickleball court, and that was really weird. I heard someone calling me, like kind of trying to get my attention, but I just didn't pay any mind to it. But she eventually caught up to me, and it was a security guard, and she basically told me I'm not allowed to film in here. Now, mind you, I've seen a lot of videos of people doing walking tours in here, and it never seems to be an issue. They've done the complete mall. And also, as you can see in this video, I've passed so many different security guards. I've even said hi to them as I was passing them, and none of them said, I'm sorry, you can't film in here. So I don't know what that was all about. I apologize for that. But we were on the 4th floor. We only had one more floor to go, and that was the cinema floor. So there was the movie theaters there, a couple gaming centers, and that's about it. So basically we covered 95% of the mall. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for the interruption, but it is, and I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. And as usual, we will see you in the next one.